So I may be bursting a couple of bubbles today, okay? And so first, my background, graduate class of '96, Cypress Creek High School. So I just got my email about the 20-year reunion. I thought, wow, I feel old. Okay. UCF class 2002. Science. Okay. UCF. All right. So let me start from the high school and move my way up. Right. So from the high school standpoint, I know some of you guys are like, oh, I don't know what to do. Okay. So for those of you still in high school, I know it's tough. Okay, because a lot of you have done like work, like gone out there and actually worked when you're in your teens. Sometimes that puts a little perspective in your life. But if you haven't, then ask the question, what problem do you want to solve in the future? And hopefully that will give you a direction. Okay, so I agree with some of us, what some of you guys said. Okay, success is not based upon a number. Agreed. You should pursue your dreams. Agreed. But I want to add to that. Pursuing dreams is great, but there's a point in our lives where we have to mature. We have to mature and say, this may not be what I had dreamed to do, but I also have a responsibility to myself, to my parents, to my future wife, to my future husband, whatever the case may be. At some point, you gotta be mature. You have to grow and say, there is a point in my life where I have to be a contributing member of society and earn my way in life, be able to support. Okay, so I don't agree with the use of settling or whatever, but I think there's a point in our lives where we have to agree to take responsibility, and it may be tough. It may be hard, but I know my mom, my dad did not want his life to be in the restaurant world for the entirety of his career, right? My dad probably had dreams of his own, but I have to imagine that my mom and dad, in their hard work, without a college degree, that put my sister and I in college and raised us up and provided for. I've never felt hungry in my life. I think so. They worked very hard because they understood what it meant. There was a bigger picture there, and it was not my dad's dream of maybe becoming Canada's greatest Chinese bowler, right? No, he worked very hard at what he did was working as a waiter, and I'm sure none of us ever had a dream of being the greatest waiter in the world, right? No, but he really hunkered down and just did it. So what I'm saying is good to have dreams, pursue them, but there is a point that I cannot tell you when in your life that you will have to say, I need to grow up, and I need to do what is right, and it may be tough, it may be hard, and you may have to wake up every day at 8 a.m. going, man, this is tough. But by the grace of God, we do it because we want to, as a guy, okay, I wanted to save my money, to provide for a day where I was going to marry a great girl who's going to be my sunshine. That was a greater dream than having whatever career it may be. Okay. Now to the college kids. All right. When you go to college, after several, I don't know how many graduation fellowships have we been? We always hear people saying, oh, in college you should explore, you should discover yourself. We hear that, and I don't disagree with that, but I also want to add to that. Yes, it may be to the world that you go to college and you're going to discover yourself, but I think that more important, I think that when you go to college, it's not where you discover yourself, but where you get to test yourself, okay? Where you are tested. And what I mean by that is when you go to college, you are free, so to speak, right? There's nobody telling you to wake up in the morning. There's nobody there to wake you up in the morning if you got to go to class. So while you were in high school, Monday to Friday, mom and dad may be telling you, wake up! School is about to start. I need you to get dressed. Get up.
You are late.
Okay, you're late. You're busted. Because you're late, I'm late. Okay? The reality is when you go to college, there's no more safeguards. Monday to Friday, your schedule is not the same. Someday, Mondays, Wednesday, Friday, your class. Tuesday, Thursday, you're off the whole day. Who knows? That's how it was for me. So what you end up having is this is kind of testing for you. As in, it's going to test your commitment to God. It's going to test your commitment to the academics. It's going to test your judgment. It's going to test all those things. Okay? And what I mean by that is on Sundays, right now, maybe mom and dad's telling you, let's go to church, and maybe the workload is just good enough that you can go to church. All right? You feel like, okay, I'm able to give God a couple hours of my time because all my homework, I've done it. It's not so bad. Okay? Or some of you guys maybe it's a crazy IB program where you force on Sunday to make a choice. Do I have to do my homework? Or should I have done my homework Monday through Saturday in order to give this day to the Lord? Okay? It's going to be a test of that. So while you're here, while you're in the youth group, we were praying that on Sundays you would make that choice. Because when you go into college, you are given the freedom to make that choice yourself. So I hope that when you go to college, that you don't look at it simply as a time of, I'm going to discover myself. No, testing. There's going to be testing of yourself. Okay? And so when mom and dad never have to see your report card, and you still have to get that A, okay, that's going to test you. It's going to test whether or not you really have said, I love the Lord. Because Monday through Saturday, what will you do for that one Sunday where is the day where we can give to the Lord fully? And so my advice to you right now is, for those who are still in high school here, take this time of serving the Lord as a way of disciplining, of learning, of training, so that that day when you go to college and nobody's there watching over you, okay, that you will be prepared, that you will be well-disciplined, trained, so that you go to college and you will be salt and the salt and light of the world, right? You want to be a representative of God. Because the reality is, when you go to college, there are a lot of people who easily fall away. You find an excuse, any excuse. I worked really hard Monday to Friday to do this, to get my degree. And so my advice to you is to remember this. Okay, when you go to college, don't forget to put the Lord first. And those of you still here, take this time and understand why is it that we want you guys to come on Sunday? Why we want you guys to develop a heart for the Lord. Okay? All right.